Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm just going to show you how this program works. It's called Blender. It's completely free, and you can use it to animate in 3D. So let's get started with the very basics. So here you can see the default screen of Blender. It has a little cube in it. That's the default thing. We also have this thing, that is a light source, and we have this. This is the camera. To see what the camera sees, we can just click Render Image. Now we can see, yes, the camera has seen this cube. Now we can go back to 3D view over here. We can select the cube again by pressing right mouse button, and then we can select this little icon here and we can drag it around. If you want to drag it in a specific direction, you can use these colored arrows, of course. So that's all very easy. If you click this button, you can rotate the cube, and with this button you can slide it like that. You can change its size and stuff, and there are way more controls that are available to do. So you can do a lot of stuff. You can model with this. By pressing on the scroll wheel of your mouse, you can turn the camera around, and if you want to do this, you just hold shift. So if you hold shift on your keyboard, you can move the camera in one direction. If you don't hold shift and you press the mouse button, you just go like that. Okay, so that's the basics. Now we can animate something. For example, we want to make this object move. So we want to make it move upwards, for example. Well, what we do is we click the little button here. Automatic keyframing will now be enabled. We go to Animation, Insert Keyframe, make sure it's still selected, and then you click Location because we want to change its location. We want it to go upwards. So click that. Now you see a timeline. This is a timeline in frames. So if we just set the frame rate to 60 frames per second, we drag the timeline to 60. That will mean that this will be 1 second. Okay, so we've moved it like this. Make sure to first move this, then move the object. So we move it upwards. As you can see, it has automatically inserted a yellow line here. Now, you can see that if we drag, the object will move in the timeline. So if we click play down here, the object moves up in exactly 1 second. That's basically how you animate. We can insert another keyframe. We already activated that. Insert keyframe. Rotation. Again, we first drag this. Let's say it needs to take this amount of frames. We click this and we rotate this thing like that. Now we'll rotate, so it will first go up, and then it will rotate. We can also make it change, so we can insert another keyframe, scaling, click on this, and we make it bigger, or we do something, yeah, we make it bigger. Oh, see, I made a mistake. Because first, you need to move this. You need to drag this on the timeline, then you make it bigger, and that will cause it to move. So now we have a little object that will move up, turn around, and get bigger. And that's our animation. That is simply how it works. Now we want to make this colored. So as you can see, what the camera sees is just this gray block. So what we do is we get into 3D view, and then you click texture paint over here. You can select your color over here, and you can just color the object. So you can do this, and if we click render image, it'll now be green. Nice. So now we have an animation of some sort of green object moving up, spinning around and getting very big. So what we want to do is want to export this as a film, as a little movie fragment. What we do is, here you see PNG. This is wrong, because now it will save this in like lots of frames. It will save it in separate frames. You want to select H.264 or some kind of movie format here, so that it will actually save it as a video. The output folder can also be selected. You can go up like that, and you can go into your desktop or whatever you want. Then you just click render animation. You can also click OpenGL render animation, but I warn you, OpenGL render animation will not render the animation from the view of this camera. So if I view the object like this, the camera is over there, and I click on OpenGL render animation, the OpenGL animation will actually look like this. It will not look through the eye of this camera. So be aware of that. Rendering can go really slow, by the way, that you know. It's not a very fast process, but many people already know that. So yeah, I guess these are the basics of Blender, the very basics. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something because of this video. So yeah, goodbye everyone. Maybe even subscribe or like the video. I would appreciate that. See you in the next video.